Scissoring is a real thing. 3, 2, 1.
You're like, it's
Wow.
not what you think.
Scissoring. It's not what you think.
I have fallen for a straight best friend.
Depending on who watches this. Depending on who watches this person might already know or might not know. You can't help who you fall in love with. I think that's clear. We all know that we already have attractions. That was my problem, was knowing but not being able to tell anyone or doing anything about it. So like literally going home every night crying and like, why am I like this? How can I change? But especially growing up in a small town where there's really no queer people. So who you really only gonna fall in love with straight people.
I think when I was younger, I was like obsessed with my best friends, specifically like girl best friends, where I wouldn't say I was like in love, but I placed a lot of like the love feelings that I wanted on them without knowing what it was.
It never happened, even like long ago. I was always dating girls who were not straight. If I had found out that someone I was interested in was straight, I'd be like, that's it.
I had a lot of internalized homophobia, and all my friends were always queer growing up since like elementary school. So for me, I think I never gave myself that opportunity to like fall for a straight girl.
Basically, a lot of my women best friends are queer or ended up coming out. I've lost a lot of friends for coming out because it's like, oh, like the Kaylee, she's a lesbian, she likes me. No, that's not how it is. My very attractive best friends that are just my friends and we're like this, you know? And that's just how I am.
Scissoring is a real thing. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Can we say porn?
Yeah.
Okay. Certain, like, I don't know if it's censored as it, but no, some people, especially, you know, maybe cis men that fetishize lesbians, will see porn and they're doing things that, like, you don't do. Like, that's not something you do. But it is real, and I mean, it's validating people that do it, but it's also, like, it's not what you really think. I'll leave it at that.
It's like some clickbait for it.
Scissoring. It's not what you think.
A rebrand.
Yeah.
It's like see it to believe it. I've done it, so I believe that it is real.
I would take everyone's word for it, whatever you say, obviously. I don't know. I've heard that it kind of works, and then I've also heard that absolutely not. They just won't do it. It does not happen.
I feel like if you enjoy it, it's real. You like kissing, it's real. You like scissoring, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like rule book of like how to be intimate with someone. It's your connection with your partner or the person you're messing with.
I think I'm gonna switch because I've personally only been with 2 people, being queer. My first experience with the first person was very much like, I didn't know what to do or what to expect. It personally didn't do much for me. That's why I wanted to switch, because I do know it's real, because I have done it, but just not my thing.
I certainly think it's real. I certainly think it's not for everybody, but I also certainly think it's a trial and error. Like, you have to practice, basically, and keep going. I'm gonna turn into a sex therapist really quick. Like, it's...
You have to do what? Sorry.
Everybody's body type is different, meaning every angle is different. So that's what I mean by trial and error, and you really have to do it multiple times until you get it right. It's like everything. You do stuff until you learn what you like. So.
I have never had sex with a man.
There's no middle ground.
We got some.
Yes or no,
Like, maybe it happened.
Like, kind of.
We have some gold stars. Okay.
We got gold stars.
Right.
I've only been with one man who just so happened to be trans. That was enough for me to be like, this is not me. I was still seeking the parts of him that I think connected him to womanhood. And I really did him a disservice. Like, I was a terrible person for that. Also, the whole thing with gold stars, I feel it's not great. Gold stars should not mean anything, in my opinion, because
The
that
term
only.
or like, what do you mean? it's
I
not
mean,
great?
no, agree. I wasn't saying that like, oh, congrats to us, because there are lesbians who are like, ooh, I will only date like people gold stars. But I'm not saying like gold stars are better than not. It's just a term in my mind. That's what I was like referring to when I said that, not like.
I disagree with the whole thing of gold star lesbians being better than everyone else.
Yeah, no, it happened, you know? I was in high school, you know, you live and you learn. You tried, I tried multiple times, and I was like, something ain't clicking. Like, isn't sex supposed to be amazing? And then I had it with women, and I was like, oh, got it.
Funny that you said that, because I feel like the first time I had sex was the first time I had sex with a woman. I came out when I was 29, and I was about to be engaged to a man. And so I was at the point where I had to be real with myself and really had to be like, if I don't come out now, I'm gonna be 50 with a child and married. Coming out, I have had sex with men. I was straight for 29 years, but I always knew I was gay. But yeah, so that's why I'm here.
With the wide spectrum of what people consider sex is, I had my fair share of experiments with men. I had thought I was asexual because I didn't have any romantic attraction to men. I felt forced to engage in certain activities to fit in with my friends, my cis friends around me. It just happens, and if you're not growing up with homosexuality being normalized, you're kind of just forced into it.
I dated men through college. I still don't consider myself like full on the Kinsey scale or whatever, fully lesbian. I'm still attracted to men, but I was super Christian, and so I just was not doing sexy things at all, which is a bummer. I like wish I would have had sex with men. It's gone now, ring on the finger, I'm moving forward. I don't know, sounds like it's not all cracked up to be from over there, I don't know.
Yeah, like a part of me, yeah. Like I genuinely do agree, because like I grew up like also, like, I was very like Christian household, and like, you know, when I was younger, I thought like you had to wait till you're married to have sex, and then when I realized that's not a thing, I just was like, oh, I really just don't like men, what do I do? And then I just like pushed it aside, all that stuff. So I mean, there is a part of me that's like, wow, I'm like, I really will never have sex with a man, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with having sex with men, but yeah, maybe in another world, another life I will, I don't know. Not this life, I guess.
I've been like a tomboy like my whole life, and like I've always viewed like my guy friends as my guy friends, and like I didn't know that like in elementary, like one of my guy best friends had a massive crush on me, because I was like, oh, that's the bro, you feel me? Yeah, like I've just always had friends, and it's never been more than that.
It's a little silly that like I'm standing on this line and imagining the comments already of people being like, well, how do you know that you're lesbian if you didn't try it with a guy?
They can shut up.
And I'm like,
Respectfully, they can shut up. You just know.
yeah, it's like, why I would never ask a straight person that.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Like you don't go to straight people and you're like, well, you've never had sex. Well, I mean, I always tell people to try it if they want, but I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bad influence.
Gay men are more privileged than lesbians.
I feel like women being on the queer spectrum at all is like less legitimate to some people than like men saying that they're on the queer spectrum at all. A lot of people refer to me or other women in my life as like, it's a phase. Oh, you'll get over it, it's a phase. But like, I don't really see that happening with men. If they're gay or whatever, everyone's like, they're gay, which I think is a privilege.
It is like, in a way, a privilege, because you're already established, I'm a gay man. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've been with my partner, and like, oh, that's your friend? By my own parents. Oh, how your friend doing? You seen us holding hands. What do you mean, how's my friend doing? You know I don't do this with my friends.
unrelated, but the amount of times I've like visibly kissed my partner on the lips in public and then had somebody come up to me like, you're really close with your sister.
Oh, the sister.
And I'm like, excuse me?
Oh my God.
So yeah, I do like that is always really weird for me. But it was a little unrelated, but it does happen a lot.
I think that we all have our own struggles. I've known people where it's like, oh, I'll tell my kids about lesbians, but not gay men. Like they can't see that because for a lot of men, they fetishize lesbians in a way, so it's more approachable for them. Gay men, they're like, oh no, like, you know, like the F slur, all that stuff, like very aggressive towards them. So I feel as if it is easier to come out as a lesbian to some people based on society's like fetishizers and stuff.
It's funny because it would probably be the opposite. I'm Mexican, and my dad, one time we would like go to rent movies, and one time he got Brokeback Mountain without knowing what it was about. He was like, oh yeah, sometimes two men fall in love. And then when I came out to him, it was like the most disgusting thing to him. For my culture and my experience, it's a little bit different because a woman being with another woman and like a man not being present is kind of just fed into like the machismo in my culture. So that's why I would strongly agree.
Lesbianism has always been not only fetishized but romanticized. People get to cherry pick what part of queer culture they want. Cis women kissing each other at parties and, oh, that's so cool, that's so ha 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 quirky. In a sense of hate and hate crime, you're a lot more to take a double take at two men holding hands than you are at two women holding hands. Because are they besties or are they a couple? You know, you never know.
I have damaged relationships with my loved ones because of my sexuality.
I feel like my relationship, like with my parents, has kind of shifted it since I came out. I have no regrets. Like my parents love me for like who I am, and even though they're a little hesitant, like, you know, I have one of my guy best friends. He's like, "You sure you don't want to date Sean? Like he's so nice for you." I'm like, they don't get it. It's still that disconnect because I do wish they reacted a little bit better to it. But there's nothing I could do about it. At the end of the day, I still love who I am, and I'm not going to change myself for even my parents.
I grew up severely Mormon, and my relationship with my father is non-existent because of it, and I am a firm believer it's because he chose the religion over me. The only thing he said was, read this verse in the Bible. There was no conversation or nothing. It still hurts, obviously, because he's still my father, but if he's not gonna love me 100%, don't love me at all. And that's how I see it.
Similar to you, I had kind of a rocky relationship with my dad. He was very angry when I came out, and now he's at a place where he has told me, like, I accept that you're gay and I accept that you're gonna be with a woman. He's like, I just had a vision of what your life was gonna pan out to be, and you kind of just threw that off. He tells me he accepts me, but it's just gonna take time for him to acclimate to being around my partner. My dad is also like terminally ill, so I rather not carry like anger through the remainder of years that he has left with him, and just kind of like acknowledge that at least he's trying to make an effort to love me for me.
I also haven't spoken to my father. This year will mark 5 years. And when I came out as trans, my attraction to women, my father had a problem with it at that point. I guess it confused him. And to this day, that is an expectation that trans women are only attracted to men, and that's not the case. I'll say now, I miss my dad. I love him. I tried. It's done.
I feel bad saying, I mean, everyone has such like a heart. I've been very blessed. My family's very accepting. They've always knew. So when I came out, they're like, okay, very lucky. But I feel so bad saying that after that. I'm like,
We love that.
What do you mean?
I'm like, I'm gonna stay quiet.
You feel safe around your parents, which is what a lot of people don't have, and hopefully you're gonna carry that onto your kids, if he doesn't have any. But hopefully, like, you'll get to share that with other people. So don't feel bad. I mean, it's a good thing. We're happy for you.
No, I know.
Exactly.
I'm like,
It's a blessing.
yeah, definitely.
This is a wrap. You all did amazing. You did so good. Give yourself a round of applause. You did great.